dark is heavy, a river of deep blue, tracing the patterns that the old masters knew, folding the layers one by one, under the gaze of the setting sun. The silk is a whisper against the skin, letting the patience of the evening in, adorning a blue kimono, a story to wear, floating like incense through the still air. A slow ritual of grace, a movement so fine, turning the mundane into something divine. Binding the spirit with the silken cord, finding a piece that I can finally afford. The embroidery glistens like stars on the sea, a wearable map of who I should be. Each tuck and each tie is a moment of care, breath in the lungs and peace in the air, steady in the heartbeat, calm in the soul, making the fragmented parts of me whole. Grace in the motion, shades of blue slowly now. Yeah. Forehead resting on the cool of the glass, watching the white tufted empires pass. No mountains below, just a kingdom of fleece, a boundless canvas of absolute peace. The sunlight is skipping on hills made of air, and for a moment I'm already there. Gaze out the window, let the mind go wide. The spirit is drifting on a high altitude tide. A world of soft clouds unfolds beneath my eyes, a secret geometry written in the skies. The heavy things stay on the ground far below, while I'm lost in the white, in the silver glow. Valleys of vapor and canyons of mist, a landscape the morning has tenderly kissed. The shadows are deep in the folds of the white, like ink bleeding into a palette of light. I'm a silent witness to the shapes they take, in the beautiful ripples that the jet streams make. Soft clouds unfolding, just gazing out in this wide. Chin resting on the palms of my hands, watching the giants over the lands. No two moments are ever the same. A silent theater with no fixed name. High in the gallery, lost in the white, tracing the borders of shadow and light. Watching soft clouds drift, the slow motion sea. A world of wide wonders, wild and free. Shape shifting slowly, a dream in the air. I'm losing my focus and I don't even care. 1 minute a mountain, the next one a wing. The quietest song that the heavens can sing. Wisps of a memory, curls of a thought. In the net of the horizon, they're finally caught. The gray turns to silver, the silver to gold. A liquid story that's waiting to unfold. I am floating with them, a passenger too, caught in the drift of the endless blue. Shifting slow, letting it go. Cloud watching, the moon is a sliver in the velvet night, closing the curtains on the fading light. The echoes of the journey settle down deep, while the rest of the world is drifting to sleep. I'm tracing the moments like lines on a map, with the weight of the day in my quiet lap, reflecting on the peace that the hours brought, finding the stillness in every thought. A cozy introspection, a warm and a glow, watching the tide of the memory flow. The house is a shell, the heart is at rest, safe in the rhythm I love the best. No more horizons to chase or to find, just the soft landscape of a peaceful mind. The tea is gone cold, but the spirit is warm, far from the hurry and out of the storm. A gentle accounting of where I have been, in the space between what I felt and I've seen. Days, peace, cozy now, looking back. The edges of the world have fallen away, dissolving the borders of the night and the day. I'm a speck of light in a sapphire sea, where the wind and the silence are finally free. No landmarks to follow, no past to define, just the curve of the earth and a straight silver line. Lost in the vast blue sky, drifting so high, where the clouds and the dreams of the heavy go die. A moment of pure calm, a suspension of time, like a wordless prayer or a silent rhyme. Weightless and open, reaching so far, somewhere between the dust and the star. The blue is a blanket, the blue is a deep, a promise of stillness the universe keeps. My breathing is steady, my vision is clear, leaving the shadows of the there and the here. If I never come down, I think I'd be fine, surrendering all to the Azure design. Pure calm into the blue, just floating. The haze clears away like a curtain of silk in the sky that is white and as heavy as milk. Then suddenly there, through the veil of the gray, a titan of stone in the middle of day. The jagged horizon, a crown in the cold, a story of silence that's centuries old. A majestic peak appears, standing so tall, making the rush of the world feel so small. A serene promise of peace in the white, bathed in the glare of the crystalline light. Higher than worry and deeper than sound, the most stable thing that I finally found. The snow is a blanket on a shoulder of flint, giving the sun back a diamond like glint. It doesn't move and it doesn't need to try, just a permanent soul in a shifting sky. I'm leaning in closer, my heart skipping beats as the earth and the heavens in majesty meet. The peak remains a promise of peace, stillness in the storm. The descent is a whisper, a curve in the air, lowering down with a delicate care. The shadow of the wings kisses the grass, watching the blur of the runway pass. The speed melts away as we find the floor. Home is a feeling behind the cabin door. A gentle touchdown, a soft return to the lessons the silent mountains learn. The mountain's embrace welcomes me to the quiet paths and the gravel track. The giant of stone is a guardian now. Safe in the valley, I make my bow. Stillness returns with the stop of the wheels. The earth is a texture my spirit feels. I look at the peak that was once just a dream. Now it's the anchor in a rushing stream. The air is crisp, the promise is kept, while the rest of the world was busy and slept. Finally home. The mountains high, gentle landing. The streets are narrow, the houses are small, but over the rooftops it stands above all. A wall of granite, a shoulder of snow, watching the bustle of the people below. It doesn't say a word, it doesn't have to try. It's the anchor of the earth against the moving sky. From the heart of the town, the mountain stands sentinel. A story of silence is beginning to tell. Wise and calm in his jacket of stone, the greatest companion I've ever known. A steady horizon when the world feels fast, a piece of the future, a ghost of the past. When the neon flickers and the engines roar, I look to the peak through my open door. It's seen 1,000 winters, it's seen the summer rain. It knows that the peace will always remain. A silent teacher with the summit so high, holding up the heavy corner of the sky. Standing tall, wise and calm, our sentinel. The shadows are alone on the cobblestone floor, turning the key in a weathered old door. Narrow paths winding like a story untold, through the red and the gray and the faded gold. No map in my hand, no place I should be, just letting the corners reveal things to me. Wandering quiet streets, lost in the maze, wrapped in the warmth of the afternoon haze, and light on ancient tiles, a shimmering crown on the sleepy rooftops of this old town. A peaceful rhythm in the dust and the light, before the day turns into the night. cracks have a name, 1,000 years gone, but the feel is the same. Sunlight is pouring like honey on clay, smoothing the edges of a long weary day. I'm a ghost in the sun, a breath in the air, finding the magic in the now and the here. Ancient tiles, golden light, walking slow. The ceramic is warm against my palms, better than prayers or old-fashioned psalms. Rising steam like a ghost in the light, turning the edge of the oncoming night. One small motion, a simple design to keep the world's rhythm in step with mine. A warm cup, quiet contemplation, a slow retreat from the city's vibration. Gentle sips while the moments go by, under the watch of a deepening sky, finding the peace in a small steady heat, making the circle of the day complete. The liquid is dark, the fragrance is deep, waking the senses that I used to keep hidden away in the rush and the blur. But now there's a peace, a rhythmic purr. No need to speak, no need for the noise, just this porcelain weight and a steady poise. Just one more sip, stay in the warm, quietly now. Yeah, keep it clean, keep it smooth. Ooh, 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 ooh. The door clicks shut, the echoes start to fade, leaving the shadows that the morning made. One step forward, then 1,000 more, walking away from the familiar shore. The clock is slowing, the gears are letting go, as I step into the steady, quiet flow. A slow journey begins, no need for speed, following the path where the quiet leads, drifting towards distant skies wide and blue, leaving the old for a different view. The horizon is a ribbon, thin and bright, pulling me gently into the morning light. The road is a murmur, a song beneath my feet, where the city and the silence finally meet, watching the colors of the landscape change, everything familiar becoming strange. A peaceful transition, a breath in shadows are stretching, reaching out long to the final notes of the daylight song. The harshness of noon is a memory now, as the sun makes its final golden bow. Everything's softening, losing its edge, from the tallest peak to the window ledge. Day gently fades, a slow motion fire, lifting the spirit a little bit higher, painting the sky with warm colors and deep, before the world settles into its sleep. Amber and violet, rose, gold and gray, saying goodbye to the heat of the day. The clouds are like embers, glowing so bright in the velvet transition from day into night. A masterpiece bleeding across the vast blue, a feeling of peace that is ancient and new. The horizon is burning in the best kind of way, holding the light in a final delay. Warm colors, fading light, the sky is glowing. Hey. The pavement is a drum, a steady low beat, listening to the language of my own feet. No need to hurry, no need to run, just moving in sync with the sinking sun. One breath in, one breath out, leaving the clutter in the shadows of doubt. Each step of meditation, a prayer on the ground, finding the music in the simplest sound, embracing the slow rhythm, the ebb and the flow, learning to let all the heavy things go. The world is moving fast, but I'm taking my time, walking through the prose and finding the rhyme. The leaves are whispering secrets to the street, a gentle vibration beneath my heartbeat. I'm counting the moments by the space in between, not where I'm going but the things I have seen. A slow motion movie, a frame at a time. The mountain is high but I'm enjoying the climb. Slow rhythm, peace in every step, just breathing. The murmur of a city, waking up slow, the sound of the curtains, the radio's low. A neighbor is humming a tone from the past, moments of beauty that are built to last. The sweeping of porches, the opening of blinds, the gentle machinery of wandering minds. Gentle echoes of daily life, rhythmic and sweet. The music of footsteps on a quiet street, a peaceful soundtrack for the common day, turning the ordinary into a play. No grand crescendos, no drama in sight, just the hum of the morning, steady and bright, 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 bright. whistle of a kettle, the rustle of keys, a soft conversation carry on the breeze. Everything's moving at a natural pace, finding the comfort in a familiar face. The small vibrations that keep us whole, the background noise that settles the soul. Daily echoes, peaceful soundtrack, life in the low key. The windows open just a slender crack to let the spirit of the evening back. It carries the scent of the pine and the rain, washing the dust from the window pane. A quiet invitation, a breath of the wild, moving as soft as a dream of a child. A soft breeze rustles through the empty room, chasing the shadows and the heavy gloom. A cool touch on the skin, a ghost of the air, running its fingers through my messy hair, lifting the weight that I've carried all day, blowing the static and the noise away. The curtains are dancing a slow motion waltz, smoothing the edges of my hidden faults. It's the earth's own sigh, a message of peace, a physical sign of a soul's release, refreshing the spirit.